Hello, hello, hello. Well, we are here. We are in a new phase. I call it a new phase. You know, that's probably uh, the best thing, the best description. Yeah, that is the best description I can think of in these times. And let's see. Let's see here. Doesn't work. Let's see. This. Who is here? Oh, let's see. Let's see who is here. Let's see who is here. Almost Shabbat Shalom. It is not just Shabbat Shalom, but it is a new phase, a new year, a new everything. And so, all right. So this has been quite a transition, quite a journey, quite everything. You know? And what I've come this time to realize and to recognize is the place that I inhabit, the place that we inhabit while we are experiencing all these changes, all these fluctuations. You know, we think of changes like something is taken from us, or something, or that we have to give away something in order to achieve a certain place. For example, the notion is that we need to look at something and learn more so we can be in that place of acceptance, in the place of wonder, for example, which is the topic of today, wonder in love. The wondrous situation that is the wondrous place that is in love, in that place of love. And the contrary is actually correct. It is not about learning more. It's not about learning more and adding more. It's about peeling the layers, peeling what is already there. Because who experiences wonder in the most purest form? Children. Children experience wonder in the purest form, in the most truthful form. When I say truthful and pure, it is not it is not inhibited by any preconceived notions. It is not inhibited by. It's not being held by beliefs, certain thoughts. It's just pure wonder. It's entering the state with going to the unknown. So wondrous place is really being in like an unknown. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going to be with it, or as it's called, flowing with it. But it doesn't mean that we have to flow with everything. It doesn't mean that we have to flow with a crowd. It doesn't mean that we have to flow with a herd. Right? It is it is a place of flowing with the intention of I know where I'm going. Think of a tree trunk going up. We're on the tree trunk. Where the trunk is the way. Right? Now in the trunk, you have different leaves, different branches, different leaves that are coming out of these branches. But really it is to focus on the way that we're headed, our vision. So it is not really changes. I mean, there are those branches that are coming out that are maybe a deviation of our way, but it is more of a fluctuation to see how we fluctuate within our way, within our goal, within our destination, within our intention, when we're looking at our calling, what is our calling? What is our calling here to do? It doesn't mean that we cannot experience other things. It doesn't mean that, now because I have a goal-oriented task, now I know what I am here to do, then I don't do anything else and I don't enjoy, or I don't be involved with other people in different ways, in different journeys, in different creations. So it is really a fluctuation. And the fluctuations are possible from an authentic way when we start releasing things, peeling layers, rather than adding more. Oh, I want to know this, I want to know, I want to know, I want to know everything. Many of us have experienced during these past few weeks, Hanukkah festivities of light, Great Conjunction, this past week, the shift of the Gregorian calendar, everything. The full moon that we had a couple of days just before the shift of the calendar. So it is really it is peeling these layers that allow to be in a place of authenticity. Why? Because when we're peeling the layers, I'm peeling off all these veils and all these preconceived notions. Now again, it's a process. It's not a one-time, it's not a magic pill. It is a process. Although with my experience with working with herbs and with working with sound, it definitely cuts the time of working in traditional or Western psychology in an enormous amount of time. It cuts an enormous amount of time because we're hitting the core with our authenticity. We're hitting it with authenticity, not just in our head, but we're also experiencing, we're feeling it. So wonder in love. So being in a wondrous place, it is really about peeling layers. And my wishes that I posted for this coming period, for this coming transition, is that we remember this childhood-like place of wonder. And this has been a theme for me personally, and a theme for people that I work with, to be in this wondrous place, because this is really a place of authenticity, released of any notions, of any negative feelings, negative experiences. And so so how it ties today into today's parasha, today's weekly portion. By the way, I don't know if you've seen anybody outside, but it's been pretty quiet outside. I guess everybody is taking things seriously, to be respectful, to be conscientious of the situation, of what is happening out, so we can eradicate whatever needs to be eradicated. We can peel the layers off. So Parashat Vayechi, and he lived. That's the parasha. So the parasha is talking about, the story is about Jacob now. He lived in Egypt for about 17 years, and he's getting old. And Joseph brings his kids, his two children, Ephraim and Manasseh, to Jacob for him to bless. Now, if you remember, or if you're familiar with, and if you're not, I'll rebrief that when Jacob was born, he was holding Esau's heel, and Esau was really wanted to kill him all these years, and because he was jealous. There was a lot of jealousy. There wasn't an authentic love. There was a kind of love that I love you if you give me, and if you don't give me, yeah, that's it. So that was that kind of, same thing with Joseph. Jacob favored Joseph because he was the youngest, and he sewed him. He sewed for him a garment that had these stripes on, right? So Jacob remembers this when he's coming to bless the kids of Joseph, Ephraim and Manasseh. So he brings Manasseh, who is the oldest one, and Ephraim, who is the youngest one. And what Jacob does, he crisscrosses his hands. He's putting his right hand on the little one and the left hand on the adult one. And Joseph is kind of like, no, Father, what are you doing? This is the oldest one, Manasseh. And Jacob, remembering and seeing the kind of love that Manasseh and Ephraim have, and he said, no, this is the right one. This is the right. And the blessings since then, in blessings in Judaism, when we say blessings and we bless our kids, we say, may God put you as Ephraim and Menashe, as the youngest one and then the oldest one. Why? Because Menashe and Ephraim had a true love. Menashe was really happy for Ephraim to get all the blessings. He was really happy. He was genuinely happy for him. He was genuinely happy for him because there really was a true love. There wasn't a conditional love. And this is the matter that has been the Achilles heel of probably so many of more than 2,000 years, was that free hate. That falsified falsified sense of love, that I love you because you give me this, because you are contributing to this, because you're contributing to that. And our power is the unified love, is the authentic love. It's like a body, because we are all connected. We're all connected. Jewish people, the entire world, everybody is connected via our soul. It's like a grid. It's a map. It's a map. It's like looking at everything like a map and saying, oh, if I do this, this is like the butterfly effect. If I do this, this affects that. Why? Because we're all connected. Think of if I'm holding something, or I'm going to to post something on the wall, and I'm holding the picture and I'm holding the nail, and I'm with a hammer going, and then I hit my left hand. And so what? Is my left hand going to hit my right hand? It's the same body. And this is the exact same thing. It is the same body. We are the same body. And when we are in a place of authentic love, and authentic love to the other, now this is going to the sentence of that I try to live by every day. Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. I hereby accept on myself the due commandment, or the utterance of love to your neighbor, love to your friend, in the same way that you express love to yourself. Meaning that it is hard to love somebody else. I mean, we hardly love ourselves many times when we are in the process. But what is easier to do is to wish for the other person that if they have something, I'm glad for you. I'm glad for you authentically, without any connection that it has to do whether I have what you have or not, because your journey is different than my journey. So I'm authentically happy for what you have. And this is expressing love for that person. This is eradicating jealousy. Because why is jealousy there? The dog confirmed that. Why is jealousy there? Jealousy there is because I feel that, oh, why don't I have what he has? Or why don't I have what she has? If your friends, you're looking at, oh, why do they have better things going on? When we look at this Quranic era, some people have better times, better experience, and it was a blessing in the scene, in the visual for some people, and some people have really hard times, and some people suffered, some people lost their lives, so the families are going through really excruciating times. So it appears to be that it is not for the good. And so, and with what is happening with politicizing everything and trying to corner everybody and have everybody go like a herd to do something, some people will, it's human. It's kind of the human condition that we are in. Some people have jealousy, but it's to understand from a map experience, from a map perspective, that each one of us has a different box of crayons. Each one of us here is painting a different picture. Each one of us has different gifts that are accentuated, that we're here to explore, and we're here to discover, and we are here to share. So when we understand these kind of things, jealousy is minimized. Actually, there is more energy spent in the negative energy, than in the positive energy. If we express positivity, it is much easier and much more prosperous than expressing negative energy, than wanting to be in the space where, what does he have? Oh, I want to have that. Oh, I don't like what he has. So it is much easier to be in the positivity than to be in that negative space. So when we each one of us we look at our, I'm looking and everything that I say, I'm speaking to myself as well, and this is really helping me. It is helping us. It is helping everybody. So this is a place of learning, place of discovering, and so when we look at this, each one of our journeys as a map and as a certain box of crayons, then we can see not just that each one of us has wonderful gifts that we can bring to the world, but these gifts many times are interlock, are merging, cooperations, co-creations between people. I love to co-create with people. Bring your gift, bring my gifts, let's do something together. The two circles, the relationship of two circles, the analogy of two circles with a Venn diagram. I come, you come, we co-create something. When there is jealousy, there is stiffness, there is rigidness, nothing is moving. Oh, this is for me, oh, this is for you. Nothing happened. I mean, there's only worse that can happen from that. So that cultivates a place of wonder, because we are starting to look at things for what doesn't serve us. And we say, okay, I want to be in an authentic place. How do I practice this? This is first to recognize that my journey is my journey. My experiences are my experiences. Think about, you want to go to a movie and you are reading these tomatoes reviews, Rotten Tomatoes. There is reviews, whatever. Are you going to see or not to see a film based only on the review that you read? Let's say you have an actor that you really like to watch. You're going to say, okay, they say that, I'm going to experience it by myself, right? Why? Because you have your own sense of perception that will lead you to your own sense of belief, to your own belief place, and making meaning. And now you will start making meaning out of that connection, out of that bond to that story that you're creating. So we are all in a map situation. We're all having an experience. And so how are we experiencing that? What place within myself am I inhabiting? A place of jealousy or a place of wonder? And I really wish that this year, this coming year from Rosh Hashanah, throughout these shifts of all these energetic shifts and astral shifts, to experience a place of wonder. And by experiencing a place of wonder, it is shedding, taking off. And there is here also because of the parasha, there is also here a lesson, a kind of a point, case in point, right? Or point to look at when we're working with children. It is to cultivate this free love, to allow. So when Jacob put his hand on the youngest one, and the right hand and the left hand on the oldest one, what he's saying is for generations, there should be, let them be like Ephraim and Menashe, let them be like really true love, that even with brothers, even with best friends, but especially with brothers and sisters, family members, that you're all one body. And it is to bring up and to be happy for the other person just because they are, in this case, your brother or your sister, just because we are all connected. And when we come with a place of sustainability, creating and supporting one another and feedbacking one another and people in your community and feedbacking that person and giving good feedback or a feedback that is in place to that person, to your friend, to your colleague, it creates this strong sense of community. And remember, if a few weeks ago, if we talked about in October and the time of Sukkot, where the strong community is measured by remembering where we come from, caring for everybody in our society that has less than we do at any stage, and remembering that there is a creator, that everything is happening for a reason, everything is happening for the best and for the best way of our journey. So wonder, I love this. It's really wonder. It's to rediscover that place that is free of judgment. Think about a child that walks into a puddle, doesn't care about whether he's going to stain his pants or shirt or whatever. It's just going to the puddle, to the muddy puddle, because I want to feel how that puddle feels under my feet. And of course, the mom is like, "Oh, what do you do? What do you do?" Yeah. It's like, that's us. That's adults. We lose the sense of wonder. We lost the sense of wonder, of remembering. And what we're trying to do is to add more so we can remember what we say that we forgot. But the opposite is correct. It's the revealing, it's the opening, it's going to that inner child, to that place of when something is really challenging you, ask yourself, what does your inner child, what do you really want at your core? And what place are you inhabiting in this moment that you seek that? Because when we come from a place of a need, extreme need, we are in a place of a need, and we want this because this is what we need. I want this, I need this, I want this, I want this. The need becomes us. The need becomes us, and we start operating from that place of a need rather than from a place of what is best for my journey, from that trunk of the tree. I'm going on that tree and I have this branch. Am I going on the branch and coming back, or am I going on the branch and losing myself on that branch of tree? Right? What is that place? Am I focused on that place? And this is really this place of wonder, is when we're starting to peel and to discover our inner child, to discover the journey process that we're going through. So yeah, I just yeah, this is amazing. This place of wonder, and just something else was going into my head. But this really place of wonder, of finding this authentic place, finding this place that has no judgment, this place that is just pure joy. Hey, I'm happy this is so working well for you. I'm really happy that it is working well for you. And this is the place that will start unraveling, opening the light. Some of you, I've spoke to many of you that are going through now a shift. We're all going through a shift. I'm going through shifts. Everybody's going through a shift. I spoke with some of you that 6 months ago, 2 months ago, a year ago, you were in a completely different place. I know that because we all were in a completely different place. I was in a completely different place. And I see how things are shaping up, how you are shining, how you are radiating. Why? Because you're coming from a place, you're discovering your wondrous place. You're discovering this inner child in you. You're discovering this wondrous place of beauty, of love. And the love becomes authentic when we are in a wonder place. It becomes just true love, not an egoic love, not a love, I love you because you give me. No, I give you and then I love you. So this place of giving is creating sustainability, is creating community, and it's community between us to us, but community between one and the other, and understanding that if my left hand cannot hit the right hand because it's the same body, it is the same expression, it's the same life, it's the same story. So I wish for all of us, I wish for you who are here and have the courage to be here, to be in a wondrous place, to release these layers, to peel these layers, to release this inner child, to release this wondrous place in you, and connect to really what fuels you and what is the joy within you. Thank you so much. It's a great journey. Shabbat Shalom. Much love, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.